Look, I know it's next Thursday, but it's good to practice being thankful each and every day. And I, like most of you, am eternally grateful for playoff football. Round 2 of the greatest gauntlet in sports kicked off tonight, and 14 area teams entered that arena under the Friday night lights with their dreams of glory and state titles still intact. But how many would survive until next week? Let's find out together, shall we? How's this for an intro? In 6A, Shiloh off a bye hosting El Dorado, and the Saints entrance had me ready to put them on and play. Apparently, though, works for the Wildcats too, because second play of the game, Jeremy Samuel breaks through, hits him with the same-day delivery on that stiff arm, but this is why you never give up on a play. Xander Salter makes the touchdown-saving tackle. Then on 4th and goal, Thanksgiving coming early, boys. There's a helping a stuffing for you. Saints with a gut-check goal line stand to get the ball back, which would result in a field goal. Then, after another Shiloh stop, it's Cole Creighton and the Saints. Da-da-da-dun. Da-da-da-da. They go marching in to make it 9-0 Golden Domers, but the Wildcats have a dual threat of their own. Cannon Jacobs, that's an all-time quarterback name, takes aim at the end zone and is in. Cannon fires him up 9-7. However, on Shiloh's next drive, it's pronounced Dorado, and it means golden, and it's kind of our thing, though you won't find anything like that at the end of this Cole Creighton rainbow. Instead, it's just Chandler Kemp and another Saints touchdown. This one, a battle all the way to the end, but Shiloh holds on to get the win. They get the winner of Sylvan Hills and Marion next. Well, staying in 6A, Greenwood off a bye. They get Jonesboro, who beat Southside last week. And, hey, we ain't wasting any time. Landon Franklin, touchdown Dogs. They're up. Then the Kane Archer Clinic begins. Archer to Champ Davis. Then it's Archer breaking all the quarterback rules. Crossbody throw to Braden Rennick for a good little gainer here. But it's not all about air miles. They got to get some wear on the tread of the tires, too. Champ Davis on the carry this time, and he wants all the smoke. Bring it on. Lowers the shoulder for an emphatic finish, but then back to the sky. And Archer, like Oprah, you get a pass, and you get a pass. And this time it's Cooper Blend, who wishes he was just a little bit taller. But no worries. They pay it off right after, and then they're going to cruise to an easy win. The Bulldogs keep the perfect season going. They win 59-21. Benton or Mountain Home. Up next for them, I believe it's Benton. All right, 7A time now. Rogers fresh off a bye, and Little Rock Christian in town. They just took down Harbor last week. It was 35-0 coming out of the half, and it was 35-0 to the end. Rogers backed up on their own end zone, showing a little bit of life. Parker Nix, 20-yard gain, first down. Little Rock Christian would stop him, get the ball, and then immediately lose it. Throwing right into the hands of the junior A.J. Francisco. Rogers once again showing life here with a nice little Titus Kramer gallop to put him in the red zone. They go for the field goal, but high school kicker missed. And then going the other way, Little Rock Christian heaving up a prayer, trying to find something, but it goes unanswered. Another pick. Rogers shutting them out 35-0. And their reward, well, it couldn't be any tougher. They get the defending 7A champs in Bryant next Friday. And you know what? Let's find out who it is that we're going to look at the scores from around the area, who might be up next. Well, I guess I kind of ruined it for you, but let's go ahead and pop them up for you. Here are the 4 games that we missed out on this week, including Bryant-Fayetteville, as mentioned. Sorry for the spoiler. The Hornets handle business there, which means they're next for Rogers. Charleston sneaking by Fordyce by a point. They get Mayflower. In 4A, Prairie Grove defeating Pocahontas 27-20. The winner gets either Warren or Gosnell. Also in 4A, Monticello edging out, grabbing in a barn burner 48-41. Winner gets either Dardanelle or Hamburg. We're off to commercial break. More Friday Night Football for you on the other side. Welcome back to Football Friday Night Playoff Edition, Round 2. I did say playoffs. You heard it correct. Now, before the break, we learned the fate of half of the 14 area teams left. Let's see how the other 7 fared. Whose season and shot at immortality live on, and whose will become just a memory. As promised before the break, we'll start with the other 7A games. Top seed Bentonville off a bye facing Springdale. Eyes of the Tiger watching closely. First drive of the game, Bentonville QB Cole Slepecki fakes the toss, dances around in the backfield for a bit, and then finds Daquan Prevost with a jump and catch from Prevost. Accelerates, snatches some ankles, and then finally scores 7-0 Tigers, or is it? Flag calls it back, but no worries. A few plays later, Slepecki winds up and unleashes again, this time finding Chris Ficklin, who takes it in for 6, and this time it counts. Then, after stopping Springdale, the Tigers got the ball back. A toss to the right end, getting getting tossed right back. Trick play alert. And Blair Irvin, the third, he's going to put on the afterburners and torch him, but he's tackled at the 12. However, Bentonville wouldn't cross the end zone with that one, settling for a field goal. They'd go up 13-7 at the half and would pull away in what we thought might be a close one. Nah, they tricked us. Pull away, they win at 41-16. The winner of this one gets the winner of this next one. Bentonville West at Conway. Wampas Cats off a bye. Wolverines took down North Little Rock last Friday. Wesley tap on tap, and he finds Alex McCray, and Conway is up 14-7. But it's Western now when they're going to dig into their little bag of tricks on their play. A little reverse on the ensuing kickoff. And where is he? There he is. We found him, and he's on the sideline. Could he go all the way? Makes the man miss. Has a convoy of blockers out in front. Oh, no. Holds on to the ball, and then just for fun says, I'll take you in with me, and we are tied at 14. So how will the Wampas Cats answer? Direct snap to Carter Crow, and he's crowing as he struts into the end zone. Conway back on top. West ball now, and again into that bag of tricks. Tricky, fake punt. But this time, Conway's ready. We saw it one too many times. Did you try it? And we snuffed it out. So the Wampas Cats can't capitalize, but the Wolverines' next possession ends near a sack near their own goal line. Trey Harris going to get the ball for the Wampas Cats and then take it into the end zone to put them up 2 scores. And Conway, well, they would end up running away with this one. They take it 55-44. Let's move on to 3A now. Mansfield rolling in off a bye, taking on Walnut Ridge. Kagan Dane is going to be trying to muster up some extra yards here, but gets stuffed by the defense, and you know they're going hard when the helmets are coming off. Next play, Walnut Ridge still on offense, sticking with the run game, pushing through for some yardage, but the ball comes out. Andrew Burton makes a play, says, that's not my ball. It's my ball, not yours. Mansfield gets the ball back. Next defensive possession, Jace Blake takes it himself, gets out to the right through a hole, and look at that stiff arm. Sit on down at the kids' table, but he's finally tackled by Joseph Gardner. But a nice gain on the play for Walnut Ridge. Ensuing play, Jace Blake keeping it again, and he punches it in for 6. But it was all Mansfield in this one. We got the good bits for Walnut Ridge as Mansfield, 51-22. Yeah, kind of anticlimactic, huh? They get the winner of Bismarck and McGee next. All right, and we are now headed to Booneville with a 42-point win over Quitman last week. They were taking on Rivercrest coming in off a bye. Opening drive, Jaden Rao finds Techland Sanders for a huge gain and a first down. That's going to set up the Colts in the red zone, and they are not wasting any time. Ralph hits Buddha Harris for the touchdown. Extra point is good. Colts up 7-0 early. But the Bearcats are going to answer fast. Their first play from scrimmage goes inside the 5. Connor Dromer finishing it off with a short score, and we are tied. Now for some defense, how about we have some? Rhett Niner with the interception. And he's directing the blockers. Hey, get out in front of me, big boy. I got some yards to pick up, and he's going to take it all the way. Did he get it? They say yes, and Booneville is up 14-7 now. Second quarter we go, and a second score from Dromer as the Bearcats extend that lead 21-7. And Hunter Warren, well, he's just going to tack on one more for good measure. He can never have too many points as Booneville slides to an easy win, 41-13. They get Glen Rose in the quarterfinals next week. Well, FFN truly is a double-edged sword. We have seen so many great highlights, which serves as a reminder of why we love the sport. But the more we see means the less we have left to go. The fate of just 2 final teams hanging in the balance tonight, Farmington and Elkins. And we'll find out their destiny after a break. And a recap of those games we couldn't get to. If you missed it earlier, there were just 4 that evaded our cameras this week. Bryant beat Fayetteville, setting up a huge game against Rogers next week. Charleston snuck by Fordyce. They get Mayflower the next round. Then in 4A, Prairie Grove takes down Pocahontas. They get either Warren or Gosnell. And then also in 4A, Monticello sneaks out a win over Gravette. They'll get either Dardanelle or Hamburg. Final highlights from this Football Friday Night Playoff Edition coming your way after the break. Welcome back to Football Friday Night Playoff Edition, Round 2. And the two is also the number of games we have remaining. Farmington and Elkins, two of the top teams in the area, but each facing their toughest challenge of the season. Let's start in 5A with the Cardinals. Farmington beat Harding 44-0 last week. They have top seed Robinson tonight. Farmington start off down a few yards from the goal line. Ball gets snapped, and it is in. Farmington on top 7-0. Then, later in the second quarter, Robinson with the possession, snapping it to Reese Simpson. Don't pass to Deuce Williams. Rushing past the defense, putting Robinson on the board 7-7. That's the kind of game we're going to get. Farmington's offense now with the answer. Aiden Lester gets the snap, decides, hey, I'm just going to keep it myself. Brushing off that defense, get that dirt, and defenders off your shoulders. He's in, 14-7, Big Red. Now Deuce Williams going to get the snap, stiff arm action, taking it down the left sideline, and he is going to tightrope it in for the score to tie it 14-all at halftime. But Robinson going to pull away and beat the Cardinals. A heartbreaking end to a wonderful season for Farmington. Robinson wins 24-21. They move on to play Hot Springs or Morrilton. And finally, Elkins coming into their game against Southside off a 42-0 win last week. Everyone flipping excited about this matchup. Southside with the ball to get us rolling. Trey Allen hits Owen McLaughlin, but so does the Elkins defense, making them pay for that catch. But the drive lives on, and Allen decides to do it himself, slicing through the heart of the Elks defense, and he's into the purple for points, which is an unfamiliar sight for Elks fans. But yes, it is legal for other teams to score in your house. However, this season has proved the home team is always quick to respond, and right on cue, Brad Walker running for a nice pickup on the ensuing kickoff. But then another unfamiliar sight, Ben Napier throwing an interception on this next play. The mark of a true champion, overcoming adversity, and they do tonight. Fear the Bugle, they win 24-21. They'll get Arkadelphia or Clinton next week, and we'll be back to show you those highlights next week on another fantastic